Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. The box arrived and I'm already excited. Look at this thing. This is just beautiful. Let's get over the bench and see what's inside it because I'm already excited about the outside of it. Man, we're turning radio on its end. This is a GMRS radio. And I mean, it's already a nicer experience. So for reference, this radio is about $155 and this radio from BTech is about $200. So for $50 more, I get less color on the box, I get less information, I get less marketing. This is for the BTech DMR6X2 radio, which is a fantastic radio. I've talked about it plenty of times. I love it. It's great. But look at this, same company, GMRS. So much better already. What do we got? On the box, we have some advertising and marketing, app programming, multiple Bluetooth connection methods, radio short message function, GPS positioning system, partner location, and direction reporting system. That's pretty neat. So I can, like that right there is worth the price of admission. Multiple emergency functions, high capacity battery, 2600 milliamp hours, broadcast FM, 6 by 30 channel groups, so 6 sets of 30 is how I interpret that. NOAA alert, which is nice. Dual watch, dual reception, waterproof, USB charging. What? Made in China, package and product designed in the USA. But that's kind of how everything is these days. All right, let's get into it. Tired of waiting. Okay, so the radio comes in a protective sleeve. The antenna is already attached. It is a removable antenna. And it is SMA male on the radio. Output power 5 watts. It already says void. There's a screw under there, so I guess if you remove the screw, then it's voided. Who knows? Air pressure adjusting hole. Do not tamper with or cover. So when you're waterproof and sealed, you still need a way to breathe. Uh-oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Okay. We got that. We got that. There's a little box up there. There's a cover down there. We have a belt clip. And this thing even comes with tools. I haven't seen a ham radio that comes with tools. So there's a tool to put the belt clip on. The belt clip goes on the radio. Let's do that. Oh, weird. So you have to go through the holes on the belt clip to get to the alignment holes on the belt clip. And so it's going to be better if I put the battery in first. The battery comes in its own little box. Okay, the battery was in a bag. That's a big honking battery. Type-C USB. So you charge the battery itself directly. Okay, and now that that is on, there's a little hook spot for the battery holder to go into. And then we can proceed to get the, oh, I'm going to need another set of hands for this. We can proceed to get the belt clip screwed into place. Good thing I played Operation a lot as a kid. I will be fantastic at this. This was an interesting design choice. It works. It's easy enough to do. I'm not complaining. It's just an interesting design choice. Clean up the smudges I've got on it already. My precious. And we have a USB-C charging cable to USB-A to plug into the thousands of wall warts you have. Outside of that, they're taking a cue from the major cell phone manufacturers and not actually giving you a charger. You're on your own for that. Oh, let's take a look at the manual. We always take a cursory look at the manual. Visit Baofeng Tech and miclor.com for downloads and help. That's nice that they gave John a reference in there. I wonder how John's connected with these guys. Looks like it's well written. It's 100% English. Excellent. If we need to consult that, we will. Good size for my hand. I like that. I gotta put that tool back in there before I lose it. Let's turn it on and see what it looks like. GMRS Pro, color screen. It comes up with GPS right away, and we're on GMRS channel 1. Yep, it does the thing that UHF VHF radios do. They turn off nearby lights. It's not annoyingly loud out of the box. Volume knob has a little bit of drag on it. So there's an edit button. Edit GMRS channels, okay. Select GMRS channel 1, edit. FM radio. Works out pretty well. Doesn't sound bad at all. So quick channel up, channel down on the side. PTT button. FM radio signaling, send message, call, check, nearby people, signaling settings, nearby people. And it just did a, did a little transmit there to check nearby people. Don't have any response back. 749E is my ID. Oh, cool. So I can put in my own GMRS call sign here. Allow check or not allow check. So that's for the nearby people check. We'll turn that on. Okay, that's the FM radio button. You know what? One thing this thing doesn't have? It doesn't have a flashlight. It's already better than every ham radio I've ever seen that has a useless flashlight on it. Beautiful. All right, so I'm out and about, and one of the things that always impresses me about this radio is look at how bright green those buttons are. You can't miss them. And they're not, the radio's not even on. I'm turning it on now, and you probably can't tell, but those buttons have actually lit up. So you'll see them in the dark, and you'll see them in the daylight. No problem whatsoever. This is the BTEC GMRS app on the cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and launch it here for us. Yes, send me notifications. All right, warnings. Got it. Well, of course, it's going to need to record audio in order to send it out over the GMRS radio while using the app. Find the radio. It collects location data, but does not save it on the server. Fantastic. Let's do precise location while using the app. We need to avoid playing intercom audio during the car, so we will need to use the phone state permission. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, permissions are weird on Android devices. This is kind of crazy. So now we need to pair a new device, and we're going to pair a walkie-talkie, and it's scanning. And on the front of the radio, there is an orange button. Double tap that. And we found it. We're going to hit bind, and we're bound. This app looks a lot like the Vero, I'm going to get the name wrong, VRN7300 Vero. I'll put a picture on the screen for you. This app looks a lot like that app, which is very promising to me because that means two things. Number one, it means that they have collaborated with somebody who is going to get them farther along the process, who knows kind of what they're doing about building an app. Number two, it means there's probably a ham radio version of this radio in the future, which I am so looking forward to. That would be awesome. A couple of GMRS channels, 1 through 22, and then we have another, from 22 to 30 to fill out 4 repeater channels. There are 6 groups of 30 channels in this radio. Here's how you can do them all. You can set up low power, high power. We can edit one of them. We can change channels really easily. It changes the power settings as appropriate to get you from point A to point B like you'd think. Let's see, long press, that does it. All right, so receive frequency, transmit frequency, tones, change power, change bandwidth, disable transmit. We can mute the channel, we can talk around the channel, we can put it on to scan, or we can turn on pre or de-emphasis. So you can edit everything about the channel here. You can also edit all of this stuff from the front panel of the radio. It's a lot easier in the app because you've got this full screen experience and the full keyboard of the phone. I didn't make any changes. I'm going to discard that. Let's take a look at the map. I am not in Africa. Let's zoom in. Valley Suds car wash. Yep, that is where I'm at. I'm at the car wash. So it knows exactly where I am. And now here's some of the cool things that I can do with this. I can send my position to somebody and say, meet me, and then we can track each other until we find each other. That is going to be fantastic for hiking or going up to a soda expedition. And I love a lot of the features of this. Just wanted to give you a quick overview. Saw a little blip right there. That's somebody chatting on the radio nearby. So you'll see that. I can push this microphone button here and talk on the radio, and the radio is keyed up and talking. Fantastic app. I'm so impressed with this thing. Back in the Ham Shack now. This is a fantastic radio. There is so much stuff that it does. And it's a GMRS radio. I really would expect all of the features of this radio to exist in ham radio. Let's see, we've got Bluetooth pairing, Bluetooth push to talk, app-based text messaging, GPS, compass. You can create teams and know when you're near other people with the same radio or other people on your team. Program it from the front panel directly in a relatively intuitive fashion, even though it doesn't even have a keypad. Let me see a ham radio do that. NOAA weather, NOAA alerts, FM radio, no flashlight. Pricing on this thing is around $155 at the time of this recording. That's at least $50 cheaper than its nearest competitor of a ham radio handy talkie of the same kind of the same relative kind of quality value. I know you can get some really cheap radios for anywhere around $13 up to $600 or $700 for a handy talkie. $155 for a GMRS radio is fantastic. And I can't wait for the ham version of this thing to come out. I have absolutely zero insider knowledge that there is a ham radio coming out, but why wouldn't they do that? That would just be amazing. I'm going to play around with this radio a lot more. We're going to go a little deeper on the app and some of the other features as the channel progresses. So be sure that you are subscribed down below and ring that bell for more information on this radio. There is a link in the description down below to get this radio, as well as the Vero radio that I also displayed. There is a video right up here I think you will enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll be over there waiting for you.